everyone, my name is Mr. Theorist and welcome back to another episode of the Retro Club, the video series where we discuss a show that's been out for quite a while, classed as retro, and then we discuss it episodically, week by week, and we break down the episodes we talk about the plot, then we talk about how we feel about the episode, any fun little facts or Easter eggs or continuity bits of information. We are currently on Season 2, Episode 5, called Reptile Boy on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, if you've been here before, I hope you've enjoyed the series. It's been a while, unfortunately. As I said, I try to be weekly, but things got in the way. But I have been doing Doctor Who as part of a review series of the latest season. So go check that out. But anyway, let's start this episode with the plot. Okay then, so the way the plot works for this episode, it's fairly standard. It's an episode that focuses mainly just on Buffy, as the early seasons do, where she's beginning to feel like she has no normal life, that Giles is pushing her more and more to be the Slayer. And not allowing her to go out and have fun with her friends. At the same time, she is being asked by Cordelia, the high school rich popular girl who doesn't like them very much, but is kind of helped them once or twice, as in last season and the beginning of this season, and says, look, I'm going to go to a fraternity and they won't let me go unless I bring you because they've seen you and they think you're hot, and yeah, I want to get more popular. At first, Buffy doesn't want to do this, but after going out on patrol one night, and she has kind of an awkward conversation with Angel about their relationship, how he thinks it won't work, and she's like, well, why give it a chance? And then he starts talking to her like she's a child, and it kind of upsets her. She decides, you know what, screw it, I'm going to go. So they go to the fraternity. She lies to Giles to make him think that her mum is sick and that she's not feeling well, and that's why she's going to stay at home instead of sneaking off to the party, so he doesn't complain. And when they go to the fraternity, Cordelia gets dragged away by one of the fraternity guys, and another fraternity guy who kind of treats her nicely, talks to her nice, so she's feeling more comfortable, starts to dance with her. We don't get to see Cordelia for the rest of the thing, for the rest of the for a chunk until near the end of the episode. And Xander has managed to sneak into this fraternity to kind of keep an eye on them. He then gets caught by the fraternity guys, and they turn him into a pledge. If you don't know what pledge is, it's where in America when they have these big fraternities are like rich kids part of college, university for rich people, and pledges are kind of like people who want to be in the fraternity but they don't have the money to be in it, so they pledge themselves and they have to do like slavery type jobs for the fraternity, and then the fraternity decides whether they place them in or not. And so he gets caught doing that. They dress him up as a woman and try and get a mickey out of him. But while he's distracted with that, you find out that the drinks that Buffy and Cordelia were handed to weren't just having alcohol in them, but also had some sort of date rape kind of drug in them, which knocked them both out. And it turns out it's not because they are creepy, rapey fraternity people, but actually, in fact, they are fraternity people who pledge themselves, pledge to a higher thing, to a demonic demon god who grants wealth and power to anyone who gives them human sacrifices. And that's what Cordelia and Buffy are. The rest of the Scooby Gang, which is Willow, Angel, and Giles, have managed to find out that it's not that this fraternity has been kidnapping girls for a while, and this is a recurring thing. So they race off to the fraternity to try and rescue Buffy. They just about manage to get there, but at the same time, Buffy has broken out of chains that she would chain to a wall. She defeats her captors, chops the snake in half, and wins the day. So Scooby Gang weren't totally needed, but they kind of had distraction for some of the minions of the fraternity. And the episode ends with them all in the Bronze, which is the club, and Angel has decided to kind of like be nicer and has offered to start dating Buffy properly by saying, "Do you want to get the coffee?" And Buffy's like, "Yeah, sometime." And while that's happening, Xander is reading a newspaper and says that the fraternity guys have all been arrested, and also the CEOs and other high corporate figures in Sunnydale who have connections to Zeta Kappa Delta, the fraternity. When they used to be members, their businesses were all going under. And we'll discuss that in a bit. And the episode ends with Buffy walking away with us knowing that Angel and Buffy are now officially dating. Yay! And that's kind of the plot of the episode. It's simple, it's fun, it's a good filler because it's not boring, but you could basically skip this episode like you could a chunk of the earlier Buffy filler episodes. And that's the plot. Next we will discuss exactly how I feel about it, and then afterwards we will discuss the facts and also have a theory about how this episode is connected to future stuff. So let's get on with it. Alright then, so what do I feel about this episode? As I say, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's skippable. Early Buffy fillers are, if you kind of basically, when it comes to Buffy season 1 and 2, season 3 not so much, but 1 and 2, it's pretty much that you've got the first episode, the mid-season episodes, and then kind of like the last couple of episodes. Season 2 does a bit better, like, because Spike and Drizella, if you don't know who they are, please go watch previous episodes to understand who they are. They are the main villain for season 2, and because of the fact that they set up these main villains who are not just trapped underground like the Master in season 1, you don't know who is, check out previous videos, they do a lot more planning in this season. So having not just the first, middle and last episode being key episodes, there are episodes all the way along, but there are still fillers like this one. Some are good, like this episode is, some not so good, but we'll discuss it when we get to those episodes. As far as the villains are concerned, you've kind of got two kind of villains. You've got the frat boys, and you've got the snake monster. The snake monster is literally there just to be a demon thing that Buffy can kill, which is kind of disappointing. It's nice to have Buffy actually fight some demonic thing, but this is more of an episode about what happens when people outside of the Scuba Gang know about supernatural things and what have they done with it. And it seems to be that this frat house, every time it recruits, kind of like get certain members to place themselves to this demon god in exchange for that family to make lots of money, which is interesting. You've got like the good side of mankind that will help defeat evil demons, like Willow and Xander, who will help out people like Angel or Buffy, and also Giles, who is a watcher. Watchers will become a bigger thing later, and then you've got people like frat boys and other people that you find out as this season goes along are humans that like to dabble into the dark arts and with demons and stuff that you learn. Not everyone is all about fighting evil, but also likes to use evil for the right game. So yeah, the frat boys, it was good. They were good, solid, creepy people. It was nice to see the nice guy who was talking to Buffy. Could all like they deliberately, when you see little bits of scenes where the frat people are pledging themselves to the demon god, like in little snippets of the episode when they're seeing that they've captured another girl as well, they deliberately hide away the guy who's being nice to Buffy, making you think that he might not be a pledger of the demon god. And then as the episode concludes in its final act, the creepy guy who you assume is the leader of this cult kind of looks like he's going to prey on Buffy while she's knocked out. But then the nice guy comes in and goes, "Get away from her, you perv." He's like, "I wasn't going to do anything. I know exactly what you're going to do. She's not for you. She's for him." And he's like, oh. And then as the episode gets on and they're all in the basement, like doing culty things and worshiping the demon god, you find out, no, he is the leader of them all. And it's like, oh, that's a cool little twist. Apart from that, not much to it. It was nice to see Willow kind of give relationship advice to Angel about Buffy, and also tell Giles, look, you're suffocating her with all this Slayer stuff. She's not able to be a normal girl. And the episode ends with Angel asking Buffy out on a date, and also Giles saying, look, I'll back off. We'll still train, but I won't push you to the extreme that I'm pushing you to. And it's like, oh, that's nice. Xander got to show off that he can actually be down with everyone else. He takes on one guy where everyone else is beating up several, but he manages to be the guy down. But that's mostly for revenge because they dressed him up as a girl and he really wasn't happy with that. So yeah, fun little episode. It's a nice calm down for the next one called Halloween, which we'll be doing next week. Yeah, it's a good solid episode. Xander, Willow and Giles do get used a lot more this season. It's not just that Willow is just the tech girl and Xander is the funny goofy one. They do have some nice characters, especially in the latter half of this season. Like, they both get used a lot more. And Giles, they slowly, especially in the next episode, they begin to reveal some stuff. So I'm not going to go over, discuss next week. Yeah. And that's what I think about the episode. Now we're going to go on to fun facts and little continuity things, and then also talk about my theory to do with the frat boys and everything. So let's get on with that then. Alright then, so in this final part, we're going to be discussing little facts that I've wrote, any fun little continuity things that I've managed to research, and then I'm going to discuss my theory. The reason I've left it to the end is because it kind of has a spoiler for next season, so if you want to skip that you can, but that's why I'm leaving it to the end, so you can skip to the very end of this video. Just don't forget to leave a like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. But we'll get to that at the end. Alright then, if you've been here before, you know about my trusty notebook. So, we're going to go over all of these things. What do we have? My fun little facts. Yeah, these are little things that I did a little bit of research on. I'm trying to do a bit more of that as the episodes go on. But if I forget, because I want to get a video out, I didn't really have much time to get a full chunk done. That's why these facts things don't always appear in the videos. Yeah, so fun fact. This is the first episode that marks the term patrol being used when it comes to Buffy going out and hunting things in a general basis. Before it was always called hunting, but that was because they always knew who the demon was, and Buffy had to go find clues. But this is the first time that Buffy's just kind of sent out in the night to go have a look around and see if there's anything that needs dealing with. So the term patrol is used. It's the first time it's used. It's also, as I said earlier, this is the first time it marks Buffy and Angel officially dating, even though you thought maybe they were in the previous episodes. No, because Angel asked her out for coffee, this, as much as the fan base is concerned, is the first official time that they start dating. Which is kind of cool. And also, fun little fact, if you've watched this episode, as I hope you are watching these with me, or at least you've seen them and you're recalling them as I'm doing the episodes, Angel enters the fraternity house. Now, there's a bit of speculation about this. Some people say that the reason he manages to enter the fraternity house is because it's only a temporary home for people who live there, but that then doesn't compare to a later season where Angel goes to enter into a dorm room of college. They end up going to college, small spoiler, and he doesn't manage to get in. Now, you could see it as the fraternity is owned by multiple different families, and it's passed, because it's not always the same family that will own this fraternity house. It depends on which family have decided to live there. Maybe because it's multiply owned, it's not actually owned by anyone specific, so therefore it's, temporary homed. And the dorms at the college would technically be owned by the government, therefore it would be the government itself that owns it, that then rents it out to people. Therefore, because even if it's just a rented property, they would still kind of own that property for that amount of time. Or there's the other idea that when Xander goes to knock out the fraternity guy when they go to enter in the house, you very quickly hear the fraternity guy say, "Come in." and maybe like that was enough to allow everyone who was around there, the whole Scooby Gang, to enter the house. Therefore, Angel was allowed to enter the house. It's some speculation. It's an interesting little thing. Is there any other fun little things? I always write loads of notes, and I think funniest, most wow moment of the episode has to be just as they go to pull up to the party. Cordelia and Buffy are in the car. Cordelia manages to crash her car into a parked car, even though they were the only, like, they were just coming in. She could have braked way earlier. That's not the point though, like, Cordelia's just a bad driver. She says to Buffy, are you excited? And then Buffy goes, I'm not too sure. And she goes, great, me too! And it's like, wow, Cordelia, you really are up your own butt that you do not hear people talk, do you? Wow, that's impressively bad of you, Cordelia. But yeah, I'd say that's probably my wow moment of the episode. And now for my theory. So if you guys don't want to hear this because you don't want spoilers for future episodes, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. For those of you that are going to stay to hear my theory, thank you for staying. 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's not down. As I said earlier, the episode ends with Buffy defeating the snake monster, and the fraternity guys no longer have the demon thing to worship and to sacrifice to, and we find out by the newspaper that Xander reads that all the families connected to the fraternity house, their businesses start to lose money, and they say even commit suicide and stuff, some of them do. This is interesting because it also could have a connection to season 3. Guys, you can probably see where I'm going with this if you know Buffy as well as I do. Where you find out Cordelia's family has lost money, and you find out it's because her father has embezzled, and that was one of the words that was used by Xander about why people were being why people's businesses were going down. So my idea is that obviously Cordelia's family is rich and popular at the time of season 1 and 2 and beginning of season 3. So it's pretty safe to assume that maybe Cordelia's father, probably not mother because it's definitely her father she talks about, might be connected to the house, but because he might have been slightly better at dealing with money and stuff, he wasn't totally affected until season 3 started rolling around. Obviously Cordelia hid it for a while, but then you find out at the end of season 3, near the end, that yeah, her father has lost everything. Everything's been lost. It could just be a coincidence, but I think it will be a cool, fun little theory, and it's something that Whedon did to kind of like throw back to this episode in a future season. It's kind of cool, and it also sets up the beginning of Cordelia's arc into Cordelia trying to be a better person, kind of to get to Angel, where she doesn't have first. Never mind. But yeah, I think it's a fun little theory, and let me in the comments, guys, tell me what you think. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you like this video. As I say, leave a comment if you like my theory, or if you've got any ideas for any future episodes. Put a spoiler if you've got any theories for any future seasons. I've seen all of Buffy. I'm just rewatching this and I'm doing this episodically. So yeah. And if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe to this channel. The subscriber count is growing, and I'm loving the support from all of you. And if you have already subscribed, bring a friend and have them subscribe too. If they are into Buffy or Doctor Who or Marvel, DC shows have started back up, and you know what happens whenever they shows start up? I tend to theorise about future villains and stuff and how things are interconnected in the plot of the season. And I know you guys do love them. So Super Legends of the Flyroverse videos should be coming as long as my brain's in gear. But definitely Doctor Who on Sunday. And next week we'll be doing Halloween. It's the name of the episode for Buffy. Very topical for the time of the month. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.